Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, Baking and Buttercream. My name is William, and so today I'm showing you guys my recipes for a vanilla cake, a chocolate cake, and a strawberry cake. So let's take a break and bake. Guys, Baking and Buttercream is back. If you've been watching my channel for a while now, you would know that I haven't posted a video in about 2 months because I just wanted to take some break, get adjusted to school, and just all that, and spend some more time in the summer just to relax and have fun. But now that I'm uploading again, I'll be uploading every other Wednesday, and every 3 weeks on Saturdays, I'll also be uploading a Behind the Buttercream. Alright guys, so this video is a little different because I am showing you 3 recipes today, so let's go ahead and get into the recipe for the vanilla cake. The ingredients you need are 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 1/4 cups of sugar, 1 1/2 cups of butter, 1 1/2 cups of milk, 4 egg whites, 3 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 2 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. So the first step to making this vanilla cake is in a large bowl, add your butter and then your sugar. So you're gonna mix that together on medium speed for 2 minutes. You're gonna do this until the butter and sugar are well incorporated and it's light and fluffy. So after your butter and sugar is all mixed together, go ahead and add in your egg whites and your vanilla and mix that on medium speed again for 1 minute and no more. Now the batter will become thicker and it will look a little curdled. That's okay, that's what's supposed to happen. So now in the bowl with your flour, you wanna add your baking powder and your baking soda and mix that together until it's well combined. So whenever your flour mixture is all mixed together, you're gonna go ahead and add 1/3 of that into the butter mixture and mix that together until it's well incorporated. And then you're gonna add in half your milk and you're gonna mix that as well until that's also well incorporated. Then add another 1/3 of your flour mixture, mix it up, add the rest of your milk, mix it up, and then finally add the last bit of your flour mixture into the butter mixture and mix it up for the final time. So then what you're gonna do, take in a greased pan or a greased silicone pan, that's what I'm using now, pour your batter into the pan and then make sure it's all even. You can spread the batter around with an offset spatula and put that in the oven at 350 and you'll bake that for about 30 to 35 minutes. It depends if you're using like an 8-inch circle pan or the square pan like I'm using now. The time will vary depending on your oven or the pan that you're using. And that's how you make my vanilla cake. It's super simple, yet it tastes so good. Alright, before we start making the chocolate cake, I want to say one thing. Guys, please share my channel with everyone that you know because we're so close to 250 subscribers. Whenever we get to 250 subscribers, I will make a giant Oreo for you guys. So share this video, share my channel, because whenever we get to 250, I'm making that giant Oreo. Alright guys, let's go ahead and make this chocolate cake. The ingredients you need are 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of sugar, a cup of milk, 1 cup of water, 3/4 cup of cocoa powder, half a cup of vegetable oil, 2 large eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking soda, and a teaspoon of salt. Okay guys, so now in a large bowl, you're gonna add your flour, sugar, cocoa powder, baking soda, and salt. And then you're gonna mix that all together until it's well combined. Then after that, you're gonna add to the flour mixture your milk, your vegetable oil, your eggs, and then finally your vanilla. And then you're gonna mix that up all together. Whenever that's all done mixing, you just wanna take a spatula and just go ahead and scrape it along the side. Then you're gonna go ahead and start to get your water to boiling in a kettle or on the stove, however you wanna do that. But you don't wanna lose any of the water. You still want it to be 1 cup, you just want it to be boiling. So after it's boiling, go ahead and add that water into the cake batter while the mixer is mixing on slow, so that way it slowly adds the water into the cake mixture. Now this cake batter is very runny, but it's supposed to be that way. And so then whenever your cake batter is all done, because the water is fully mixed in, go ahead and take the pan of your choice, grease it, and if you're using a metal pan, put parchment at the bottom. Because I'm using silicone, there's no need. And then just pour the batter into the pan to about halfway. and then you'll put that in the oven at 350. This cake also bakes for about 30 to 35 minutes, but if it's been 35 minutes and you don't know if it's done, just take a toothpick and poke it directly in the center of the cake, and then whenever you lift it back up, if there's no batter on it at all, you know that the cake is done. And that's it for the chocolate cake. It's that simple. So let's go ahead and make our final cake, the strawberry cake. The ingredients you need are 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 3 cups of sugar, 12 medium whole strawberries, 5 large eggs, 1 cup of butter, a cup of milk, half a cup of shortening, 3.5 tablespoons of strawberry Jello, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a 4th teaspoon of salt, and some red food coloring. Alright guys, so the first step is to take your strawberries and put them in a food processor or a blender, and you want to blend them into a strawberry puree to where there's no chunks at all. So whenever you're all done blending them, it should equal to about 3/4 cup of strawberry puree, and then whenever you're done doing that, just set that off to the side. So now in a large bowl, what you're gonna do, you're gonna add your butter and your shortening, and you're gonna mix that together until it's light and fluffy and they're both well incorporated into each other. Then you're gonna add your sugar slowly, 1 cup at a time, into the butter mixture. After you've added all 3 cups, you're gonna go ahead and add in your eggs, 1 egg at a time. Well, try to add in your eggs 1 egg at a time. At one point I accidentally added 2 eggs. So now with the bowl with your flour in it, you want to add in your baking powder and your salt and mix that up until it's all well combined and incorporated into each other. So now in another medium-sized bowl, you want to add your milk, your strawberry puree, and your vanilla, and mix that all together. You can use a fork, that's what I use. And then you're going to go ahead and start adding the flour and your milk mixture into your butter mixture. You're going to add it into the butter mixture the same way we added the flour and milk into the vanilla cake batter. You're going to do 1/3 of the dry ingredients, mix it up until it's well incorporated. Half of the milk mixture, mix it up again until it's well incorporated. Then another 1/3 of the dry ingredients, mix it up until it's well incorporated. And then the last bit of the milk, mix it up until it's incorporated, and then the last bit of the dry. You get it. And so whenever that's all mixed together, go ahead and add in your Jello and mix that up. After the Jello is fully incorporated into the batter, now we can add a little bit of food coloring to make it a pink color. So just using some red food coloring, I took a toothpick and just added it in to the cake batter, and I used a spatula to mix it together because it's actually a lot easier, in my opinion, to mix up food coloring with a spatula so you can control it and make sure that the food coloring goes everywhere. So then you'll just take your choice of pan and grease it. Once again, if it's a metal pan, put parchment paper down so it doesn't stick to the bottom. Pour it into the pan about halfway and put it in the oven at 350. And so this should take about 35 to 40 minutes. And so whenever it's all done cooking, take it out of the oven, and you want it to completely cool in the pan before you put it onto a cooling rack, because this cake is like an angel food cake, and if it's not completely cool in the pan, it will start to crumble apart whenever you try to put it on the cooling rack. So just let it completely cool in the pan, and then that's it. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video of baking in buttercream. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make these cake recipes. If you have any suggestions about what you want me to make in future episodes, please put them in the comments down below. And until then, please watch one of these 2 videos right here. YouTube recommends this top one, I recommend this bottom one, and click the baking and buttercream icon over here to subscribe to my channel. Alright guys, have a good day.